here in New Orleans as we pick up the play. The Hornets with a 24-21 lead on the Sixers, 2:29 remaining. In this first quarter, Marv Albert with the czar, Mike Fratello, Carroll Miller, Jamal Mashburn, sideline with the broken finger. Baron Davis has made his return and has contributed in a big way. David Wesley hitting from downtown for the second time tonight. He has 6 points, a 10-0 run by New Orleans, and they have their biggest lead. They're in front by 6. And this crowd has been into it right from the start. Here's Allen Iverson, and he's fouled by Kenny Anderson. Allen Iverson, 2 for 5 from the field, 7 points, 4 assists. We've had 6 ties, 7 lead changes, and the Hornets have managed to put together a run the last couple of minutes.
Well, this crowd has energized the Hornets team. They know that they have to play at the top of their games, have a chance of winning this one tonight. Points are going to be hard to come by. As a result, Paul Silas has made some changes and how they want to attack at the offensive end of the floor. He intends to use a lot more people tonight. He is really trying to push the ball back to Philadelphia and catch him in transition as many times as possible. So it'll be huge tonight, the tempo of the game in favor of New Orleans.
Right now, Kenny Anderson and David Wesley in the backcourt. Baron Davis getting a rest. T.J. Brown, tractor trailer, and George Lynch up front. Wesley missing on that 3, and here comes Iverson. Iverson puts the move on Anderson, back to the skirt, rebound Iverson. Allen Iverson somehow able to get inside and score with the putback.
These swings in the first quarter, Philadelphia's dictated some early turnovers because they've jumped New Orleans in the backcourt and forced some early turnovers and miscues by the guards of New Orleans. They weren't ready or prepared for it. Then New Orleans came right back and turned the tables on Philadelphia and came up with some big turnovers, which got them some easy scores in transition.
Monty Williams with the lead for Derek Coleman, but he overthrew, and the ball will go back to the Hornets. Hornets trying to get back into the series. 76ers winning game 1. 98-90 as Iverson lit it up for 55. Game 2 this past Wednesday at one stretch. 76ers led by as many as 17. The Hornets did rally. It was a 5-point game won by Philadelphia. Iverson putting the move on Wesley. And the tip by Tyrone Hill. So Hill gets inside, and the game is tied at 27.
Well, the chess match is really interesting to watch in the practices with both these teams because Larry Brown was unhappy with his half-court offense because of too many hurried shots and blowing the 17-point lead. Paul Silas had to change what they were doing offensively because of Mashburn being out and Baron Davis being limited as far as minutes he will play tonight.
Anderson rebounded by Coleman and deflected out. Last touch by New Orleans. And now Larry Brown looking to reinsert Eric Snow. The substitution is being allowed. Snow coming on for Williams. So the 76ers go with Iverson and Snow at the guards. McKee moves up front with Hill and Coleman.
Interestingly, George Lynch said he'll take Snow, and he's letting Wesley play McKee for this last shot basically for Philadelphia of the quarter.
5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Iverson pulls it back. Snow around Lynch. Final seconds of the quarter. Anderson in a hurry. Wesley flings it. And that is the end of the first quarter here in the Big Easy. With the game tied at 27. Iverson off to the good start. 11 points. And 4 assists. Baron Davis making his return. 3 of 3 from the field. 8 points. 3 assists in 9 minutes. We'll be back to New Orleans in a moment.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Less filling!
Wait. What about this? Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Great taste! Great taste!
Less filling!
Great taste!
Less filling! Less filling!
What do you think about that? That's art.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time. I've got an idea.
K-Swiss, break it down like this. Break it down, K-Swiss. Got love for my shoes, K-Swiss. They're the classics, if you're gonna ask, kid. With an old school vibe that's outlasted. They're just a blast from the past, Swiss got them all passed. Still in the race, no disgrace, and never last, kid. Can't stop, won't stop, never quits. Got love for my shoes, K-Swiss. Got love for my shoes, K-Swiss.
Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless has the largest, most reliable nationwide network.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good.
You can count on us to do what it takes to make sure your voice is heard. It's good to be heard.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
When I see great drama, I've been taken on a ride.
You have to find a way to make the audience want to go along with you and take that ride.
It's a roller coaster ride. We vicariously have given ourselves over.
It makes my blood pump a little bit stronger.
Your back's against the wall.
It literally goes fast, fast, fast.
You can't wait to know what happens next.
And you get lost in the story and the characters that you're meeting on screen.
Drama is
life heightened.
Past 7:15 here in the Crescent City. That's New Orleans are. As we welcome you back, 76ers and the Hornets are tied at 27. You mentioned that Paul Silas was looking.
That was a cheap shot, by the way.
Do you think so?
Yes, it was.
Did you know the Crescent City was New Orleans?
If you would have asked me, I would have answered. But anyhow, go ahead.
The Big Easy.
I got you. I'm with you.
You're right? Okay.
Yes,
you mentioned that Paul Silas said he would up-tempo things at the start against the 76ers, in particular with the absence of Jamal Mashburn, and they've succeeded. 27 points in the first quarter.
Go back to game number 1. They scored 20 points in the first quarter. They're down 7. Game 2, they scored 22 points in the first quarter. They're down 5. This game, without Mashburn, Baron Davis returning, but an up-tempo pace, they have a tie score at 27 apiece.
Robert Pack, who did a nice job the other night against Allen Iverson, has checked in for the first time tonight as the second quarter gets underway. Shot clock is down to 4. Here is Lynch. So the Hornets take a 2-point lead, and we'll go over to Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Thanks a lot, Marv. Well, before the game, I spoke to Terry Koffler, the athletic trainer for the Hornets. He said that Jamal Mashburn is still in a great deal of pain. Yesterday, they tried some electric stim. Mashburn couldn't tolerate that. Right now, the only effective form of treatment has been icing, and even that has failed to reduce a lot of the swelling. Koffler did add that if the swelling and the pain persist, that Mashburn is doubtful for Game 4 on Monday and possibly the rest of the series. Mark?
All right, thanks, Cheryl. P.J. Brown with the putback. P.J. has played well. He was in early foul trouble in games 1 and 2, and they need more offensively from Brown with Mashburn sideline.
Well, Paul Silas is counting on the veteran players to step up here tonight and help him pull this thing out, even though they are very short-handed and limited at the offensive end of the floor. A second ago when George Lynch scored that basket at the other end, Paul Silas has stayed with George Lynch. Lynch wanted to play more minutes early in the year. Silas was reluctant to use him, but he was the first one today to compliment Lynch's attitude. He stayed with it. He said, I stayed with him, and now Lynch is starting for them and a major contributor. That's what a veteran guy who understands what it's all about will do for him.
And the rookie from Miami, John Salmon's making his first appearance of the playoffs. On the foul line, Baron Davis returns, replacing George Lynch. Davis has played well. 76ers going with Derek Coleman, Tyrone Hill, Aaron McKee up front, Salmons, who missed on both, and Eric Snow in the backcourt. Hornets 31 on the Sixers 27. Robert Pack being played by Eric Snow, so Pack and Davis now in the backcourt with Brown, Traylor, and Alexander up front. Here's Brown. And back comes Philadelphia. Snow and Davis collided. No call. Now Snow is fouled. The officials are Jack Neese, Luis Grillo, and Mark Wunderlich. And the foul is called on Robert Pack. The other night in Philadelphia, Pack with 15 points, 3 assists, and only 20 minutes of play, and did a good job physically against Allen Iverson, although he did pick up 5 quick fouls in 13 minutes of play.
Yes, but because of the way he played Iverson, Larry Brown was forced to make some adjustments in practice, anticipating that Pack would be matched up against him. You see that Pack tries to get very physical. He tries to limit which way Iverson can run. He doesn't want him to go out and have a choice of going both sides, so he's trying to force him to go just one way. Did a relatively good job, and also wasn't afraid to put his body on Allen Iverson.
Now the 3-year man from UCLA, Jerome Moiso, originally a first-round pick of the Boston Celtics, has checked in for the first time in this series. 6'10", about 230.
You see Silas using guys that he has not used thus far. You're talking about Alexander getting time here, Moiso getting time here. If you want to keep running, push the tempo, you need some fresh bodies out there.
Alexander had to change that shot, called a jump ball. Courtney Alexander is a guy who can score. He was acquired from Washington the day before the draft for the Hornets' first-round pick, but has not seen much action in recent weeks.
He's a guy that's kind of a question mark. You just don't know each night what he's going to give you. One night he'll go out there and get you 18 points off the bench, and then he may disappear for 2 or 3 games. They brought him in here, gave up a first-round pick for Courtney Alexander, thinking that he would be a scoring young guard that could also become a good defender with size that they could use and build on for the future. But based on his performance this year, he has been a disappointment to their organization.
Heard the greeting Allen Iverson received on his return as he checks back in. His Traylor has the step. Offensive foul.
It's a 3-second violation, I think, because Traylor was posting up in the lane. They threw the lob over the top. The officials allowed him to catch it, and if he would have shot it, they would not have called the 3 seconds. When he tried to throw another pass, that was just too long in there.
31-29, the Hornets with the lead. We're early in the second. Here's Iverson coming off the pick. McKee had it slapped away. And the 76ers will have 10 on the shot clock. The last time the Sixers held a 2-0 advantage in a series was back in 1990-91 against Milwaukee. Our Charles Barkley on that 76er team. And the Sixers went on to sweep the Bucks in a first-round best of 5. Iverson, played by Pack. Kept alive by Thomas, so they have the new shot clock.
Well, in the 2 games prior to this one, as Iverson goes down the lane and lays it up and in, does it seem to you that Philadelphia just gets some more loose balls? They've done a little more of the energy things than New Orleans has coming up with the basketball.
Well, Paul Silas has made the point that we're just not aggressive enough, speaking of his Hornets, and yes, they have been on, it seems, every loose ball. In particular, Derek Coleman, who was diving all over the floor in Game 2.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sign when you can see your guys, particularly your starting center, going on the floor to get after loose balls more than just one time.
Game tied at 31. 3 minutes gone by in the second. Here's Davis with the step, and then flipped it out. Shot clock to 5. Pack, nice fake. Came up short. Salmon's on it. Look out. Dribbling through a crowd and lost it. Here comes Davis. Davis off the turnover. Takes the damage.
Well, Larry Brown has given Simon some playoff experience out here, and the youngster needs to understand that when you get close to trouble, if you're not sure, give it up.
Iverson. Rebounded by Davis. And a technical foul call on Iverson. Mark Wunderlich calling the technical. Apparently, Allen thought that he was fouled off that last drive and had something to say.
Right there, when you see the defensive player reach in, Robert Patton get a piece of the ball, that's the one that Allen Iverson wanted called a foul. The official looked at him and said it was hand on top of the ball. He said he got his hand on the ball.
A timeout taken, 8.5 remaining in this first half. Czar, you're looking at the Mississippi River.
See it 5 times and fight crimes. See it 5 times and you can strive. Feel alive, get speed lines. Cape and Furl, you just saved the world. And now you gotta do it 5 times more. Get into the Justice League. Sunday through Thursday nights at 10. Only on Cartoon Network. Hey,
punch a clock, but it won't stop my flow. I keep it moving from AM to PM. Call my people, tell them I'll see them. At the party, it's gonna be live. We'll work it out on the other 9 to 5.
Alrighty, same day?
And remember, it's very fragile.
Right.
You got 20 minutes, got in the fight and score.
Thanks.
Shake stuff up.
What has experience taught you about a best of 3?
Well, it doesn't really matter in this situation who has a home court. It's we got to go out ready to play and try to steal one more game over there.
And over there will be Tuesday night game 5 at New Jersey. The Bucks beating the Nets in overtime at Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Bucks at one point led by 15. 7.5 left in the fourth quarter. Nets got back into it, and the Bucks pull it out.
I'm going to give you a little bit of math right now, Mark. With the technical foul of Courtney Alexander is shooting, 1 second is off the 24-second clock. So now, when the ball is inbounded in the backcourt, instead of the violation being at 16, it's at 15 because you're starting at 23, not 24 seconds.
Very good.
Just want to help you out with that. Not that there was any pressure, didn't have to worry about it, but
you're just very pleased with yourself for figuring that out. There is Alexander with a rainbow. Came up with air. Van Horn, who left early after picking up 2 fouls, is back on the floor. So Van Horn with Hill, Salmons remains. McKee and Iverson also out there for Larry Brown. And away from the ball, a foul called on the Hornets. It's on Moiso. There he is. Rome Moiso, who was born in Paris, France, grew up in the West Indies, was the 11th pick overall by the Boston Celtics 3 years ago. Spent a year with Boston, went on to Charlotte and New Orleans. Iverson, rebounded by Traylor.
Courtney Alexander right now being used as a small forward because Baron Davis pulls up for the 3 and misses. Alexander able to play Salmons in the matchup, so Paul Silas can go with Davis along with Pat and Alexander on the floor.
Van Horn set the screen. Iverson finding Van Horn for 3. Yes! Keith Van Horn from downtown, and the game is tied at 34. Talking earlier with Larry Brown about the condition of Van Horn's heel, he said he's still not in rhythm. He sat out about 2 weeks. That's a traveling violation on Baron Davis. Van Horn in the first game only 1 of 8 from the field. It turned it game 2, 5 of 11, 11 points, but they'd like to see more from Keith Van Horn.
Little pick and roll, he spots up way behind the three-point line. You see Moiso close out on him, but he closes out with his hands down. You have to come at him with hands up to make Van Horn put the ball on the floor. He wants to stand and shoot three-point shots.
Sixers and Hornets tied at 34 as we come up on 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Iverson tried the reverse and rebounded by Moiso.
Can't get much better than that. Iverson faked like he was coming off the screen, took the gap, just didn't convert at the rim.
Iverson only 4 of 13 here at the start. And Davis lost it. Sixers looking at a fast break, but an official timeout. And they'll bring it back.
It's 2 turnovers in a row now for Baron Davis. First you get the foot fake travel, then you get the ball going out of bounds as he tries to turn the corner.
Courtney Alexander sits down. David Wesley is back. And Van Horn looking for help as they look to trap in the backcourt. Snow back to help. McClure. And it was deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Wesley.
Wesley did a good job of coming back and cutting off that time. Coleman saw the late pass to the cutter who had gone through. Wesley came back to cut him off.
Shot clock at 11. Iverson trying to elude Pack. Iverson to the left hand. Nice move. Allen Iverson. Well, Iverson improvising, and he gives the Sixers a 36-34 advantage. Davis to the crossover, met on a switch. Wesley for three. Rebounded by Brown. Finding Davis.
Second shot opportunity. A beautiful pass that time by P.J. Brown. As soon as he caught it, he turned and looked opposite. Wesley wide open for the spot up three. He missed, but then hard work again by the big man gets him a layup eventually.
Van Horn for three, and a foul. Baron Davis went out on Keith Van Horn, made contact. Van Horn will head to the line, and he'll have 3 free throws as Davis commits his second foul.
Well, Baron Davis came out. He tried to close out. He closed out hard. You'll see right there. From that angle, it's tough to see, but he hits the arm, or else that shot never would have gone to the right.
I'm an artist and a sculptor. I think fire can be used as a tool to create beautiful things. To me, nothing tastes better than food cooked over an open fire. I like a big, juicy burger. A sourdough bacon cheeseburger? That's hot.
The sourdough bacon cheeseburger is back at Burger King. A quarter-pounded beef cooked over an open fire with crisp bacon, melted Swiss cheese, the works, all on buttery toasted sourdough. It's back for a limited time only, so try one today.
When you gotta have sports, DirecTV puts you on track, on court, on field, and on top of all the best action with Sports Pack. With specialty networks like NBA TV, Fox Sports World, the Golf Channel, the Outdoor Channel, and over 20 regional sports networks from around the country, you'll always be in the game with Sports Pack. Visit DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DirecTV and order today.
To stay on top, a champion must always be ready for a fight. To go mano-a-mano with a warrior and never give an inch. To keep his edge, a champion must take on the most dangerous rival and never stop battling. 2 great champions, 2 top contenders. De La Hoya versus Campos, Morales versus Velardes. Night of Champions, Saturday, May 3rd, live on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View. Don't miss Night of Champions live on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View Channel 101. 2 great fights, 1 great night.
The NBA playoffs on TNT. Brought to you by Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Cold, down, easy. And Burger King. The sourdough bacon cheeseburger is back for a limited time at Burger King.
More drama, more attitude, more lethal than ever.
I give my right arm for a siren right now.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Chris Rock. Lethal Weapon 4. Friday night at 8 on TNT.
5:56 remaining here in the second quarter. Tie score 36 up. Let's watch the recognition on P.J. Brown. New Orleans starts out with a pick and roll from the sideline. You see Baron Davis come, catch the ball. P.J. steps right back up to set the screen, and then Baron goes to the corner and brings 2 defenders. Let's stop it right there. P.J. knows that you already have 2 defenders here, 1 behind him, so if the other 2 are going to collapse in the middle, then somebody on the opposite side of the floor must be open. Without even looking, he takes turns and kicks opposite to Wesley, who's spotting up wide open for the 3, and then his work's not done. P.J. stays on the glass, comes up with the second shot opportunity by dropping it off to Baron Davis.
And P.J. Brown with 6 rebounds here in the first half. As we resume, Keith Van Horn to the line. He'll have 3 shots fouled just prior to going to break. Taking that 3-point attempt, hit on the arm by Davis. The 76ers looking to make it 3-0 in this best of 7. The Hornets trying to get back into the series. Only 7 teams in NBA history have gone 0-2 and then rallied to win in a best-of-7. No team in the NBA has ever come back from 3-0.
You look at one of the numbers that jump out at you. In game number 1, New Orleans shoots 40 free throw attempts more to just 25 for Philadelphia. But then in game number 2, the Sixers shoot 30 to just 19 for New Orleans. So right now in this game, we've got 13 free throw attempts for 76ers, just 9 for New Orleans.
Sixers lead by 3. Here's McLaurin. Nice catch and then a turn, although he was double-teamed. The Hornets are within 1.
Good job of controlling the ball, the strength and ability to step through 2 defenders and get it up on the rim. Nice job by McLaurin.
The next foul will put New Orleans over the limit. No team fouls thus far for the Sixers. Well, that's a palming violation. You can hear the crowd react.
I didn't think I heard a whistle, so why would you say it was a palming violation? It's a palm if they call it.
Wait a second. Have I heard you make some calls in advance as Van Horn fires it up? Sometimes the officials are screened out, as you well know. Davis is hit on the reach-in. Foul on Snow.
See, the thing that he's lost is his explosiveness. When Baron Davis starts to go by a defender, he may still have enough speed to get by him, but it's right there at that point as if he was going to elevate and go up. He does not have the same explosive. We're used to seeing Baron Davis get into the lane and try to dunk on top of the big people. He can't try that right now with the tender spot he has on the knee.
Here's Wesley. Davis is back to Snow. Iverson being played by Wesley. Snow. And Van Horn is there. Keith Van Horn with 10 points.
When somebody penetrates the heart of your defense and it forces the defensive big man to step up and stop him, then other people must cut off under the basket or else somebody is free to get on the offensive boards. That's what happened that time. Van Horn with the 2.
A.J. Brown way off. Hornets get back. Davis trying to draw the charge on the turnover. Pass intended for Wesley, intercepted by Iverson. And he is fouled, tripped up by his one-time teammate, George Lynch.
And Lynch knows that he made a mistake. He tried to thread the needle and throw a one-hand off-the-dribble bounce pass to David Wesley between 2 defenders. The intent was good. It's just the execution is real tough to do, particularly for a guy that's not a point guard.
Iverson shaken up, looked like he's landed on his hand. Allen Iverson involved in another off-the-court incident recently. This past Thursday, Philadelphia police acknowledged that a bullet that landed in the leg of an acquaintance back on April 14th may have been intended for Iverson. This occurred in the early morning hours in downtown Philly when reportedly the person who fired the gun made a critical remark to Iverson, and Iverson and his friends answered back. The police are still investigating. Meanwhile, the day after the shootings Iverson goes out and scores 42 points against the Bulls. A.J. Brown able to tap it back, and here's David Wesley. Iverson with a breakaway.
No one covers the backcourt. The ball is shot from the left-hand corner. If there's no one on top, then the opposite wing has to get back.
Oh, McLaurin lost the grip. Shot clock is still alive. And Paul Silas takes a timeout.
You can see the tempo that New Orleans is trying to maintain and produce over the course of the game. It's a very hectic, very fit, but when you get your opportunities, Mark, you have to score the basketball.
76ers in the midst of a 13-4 run, and they now lead by 6.
There's the shot from the left-hand corner, and you notice no one is back to cover the backcourt. The closest one was McLaurin that maybe would have had a chance. You can't expect your center to be covering the backcourt.
Philadelphia 76ers went 48-34 in the regular season, the number 4 seed. in the Eastern Conference. Kind of a strange season for Philadelphia. They started at 15-4, then they lose 20 of the next 30. Following the All-Star break, they turned it around. They won 15 of 17. They finished on the downside. They lost 5 of the last 8. They limped into the All-Star break. Following the break, one of the best teams in the NBA in terms of record.
And many people feel that stretch that they had right after the All-Star break, Marv, where they were playing the best basketball in the NBA, many people felt at that time that coming out of the East, the way they were playing then, they were as good as anybody, had as good a chance of going to the Eastern Conference Finals as anyone.
McLaurin draws the double. Shot clock to 4. Here's Davis from way downtown and way off.
We have to mention also the acquisition of Tyrone Hill made him a little bit stronger.
Louis Grillo calling off.
Yeah, see, Louis Grillo's wondering why, if the ball did not hit the rim on Baron Davis's shot, why wasn't there a 24-second violation, even though New Orleans came up with the basketball? That's what he's questioning right now.
Set the clock. That ball did not hit the rim. You thought it hit the rim. All right, we have a math problem we have to do here. We had a 20-second timeout at what? When was the 20-second time? Huh?
Well, the 76ers felt that it did not hit the rim. Tough to tell from our angle. Here's another look at it.
See, it actually went behind and hit behind it. Now, it doesn't look like it hits the flange. It hit the backboard first and then hit the rim after it. So if you can bank a shot in, then shouldn't that count as a...
Well, it's not in the rule book. What you're saying makes sense logically, which is very unusual for you, Czar, but...
Thank you. This ball to me looks like it hits the glass first and then gets the rim as it comes off the glass. Glass, rim, and down.
I need 310 on that.
And it appeared that it did hit the rim.
That's what I think I'm trying to say that.
No, I thought what you said, if it hits the glass...
My point is, on a shot attempt, it off the glass, and it goes glass, rim, and drops through.
Oh, yeah.
So that one hit glass, rim. Why would it be a violation then?
Because they are not looking at the replay. When we have the advantage of looking at the replay, they have to try to figure it out in the mind's eye, so to speak.
I mean, Baron Davis didn't have to call glass, but we understood that's how he was trying to play it in.
But it is Philadelphia ball with 3 minutes remaining in the first half, and the Sixers up by 6 points. Monty Williams back down the floor, takes that lead pass, rebounded by Jamal McLaurin.
During the regular season, the team that won the board of the battles won the games during the regular season. Right now, New Orleans 23-19 advantage on the glass.
Here's McLaurin. 8 points for McLaurin, and the Sixers now lead by 4.
You got to really feel good when you get him the ball that low and he can convert the way he can. I keep pounding that thing down inside to him, because right now he keeps catching the defensive man on his back, and he's only 3 feet in front of the rim.
Here's Coleman firing for 3. Back comes Wesley. Wesley and Davis at the guards. Brown, McLaurin, Lynch up front. Wesley on the penetration. Lynch able to keep it alive. Wesley for 3. Yes! The Hornets are within 1.
George Lynch is 2 for 4 from the floor. He has 4 points and 3 assists and 4 rebounds, but he has done so many little things that have turned out to be big for New Orleans.
David Wesley hitting his 3rd three-pointer. A minute and 51 remaining in the first half. A 1-point Sixer lead here in the Big Easy.
siren right now. Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon 4. Friday night at 8, part of the Diet Coke Movie Fest on TNT.
USA Today is the place for a comprehensive look around the league. Get all the latest scores, stats, standings, and daily game recaps to keep you up to date with your favorite teams and players. So pick up your copy of USA Today every day.
Philadelphia head coach Larry Brown has some ties to the city of New Orleans. The New Orleans Buccaneers are the ABA, the last team to make the playoffs. Here in the Crescent City, the Bucs were here from 67 through 70. Larry Brown, a member of that team. Here's Larry with a two-hand set and hits. Nicely done. The Buccaneers of Larry Brown, Doug Moe, Red Robbins, a team that played at the Tulane Gymnasium. Seating capacity 4,500. The last playoff game here in New Orleans. The ABA Buccaneers in 1969 against the Oakland Oaks. And New Orleans made it to the ABA final. Jack Neese, the outside official, calling the offensive foul on Thomas.
Larry Brown had a great story about Doug Moe, his very, very close friend, who came in and actually negotiated the contract for Larry. And they started Doug out at $20,000. Larry, they were going to give $12,500. Doug said, well, wait a minute. What if he starts? The guy said, all right, we'll give him another $2,500. And then they asked Larry, would you do a series of clinics, teaching clinics before? Well, Doug come back and well, how much are you going to give him for that? And they said, well, if he does it for the whole season, we'll give him another $8,000. He wound up making more than Doug Moe did, who negotiated his contract for him.
Nice work by Doug for his good friend, Larry. The key on the foul. At the time, Larry Brown was an assistant at North Carolina and had experience.
$6,000.
Just giving clinics.
$6,000 he was making. You think back, Larry Brown has so much basketball history that he has been involved with.
He was most valuable player. ABA All-Star game. He was one of the smaller players in the ABA at the time. Aaron Davis being played on a switch by Derek Coleman. Here's David Wesley for three. Lynch did a good job to keep it alive. Davis from downtown. And the officials looking at each other. They say last touch by the Sixers.
Davis's shot went halfway down and rolled back out again.
Fresh shot clock for the Hornets. Pass intended for Brown and a foul. It is on Hill. Both teams are over the foul limit. Game 4 will be played here in New Orleans Monday night. And we'll have it for you on TNT, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Game 5 if necessary. Back in Philadelphia on Wednesday night. And a reminder coming up on the Verizon Wireless Halftime Report. Ernie Johnson along with Charles Barkley and special guest Dennis Johnson, head coach of the LA Clippers, a member of 2 championship teams with the Boston Celtics, 84 and 86, and the 1979 champion Seattle Sonics. Kenny Smith with the night off, so Dennis will join Ernie and Charles. And a foul is called. And again, it is away from the ball. It's on Wesley. The Hornets are over the foul limit.
Changing up people on Iverson, trying to make it very physical for Allen coming off screen so he cannot get a running start to gain that space that he needs to get an open look at the basket. Wesley a little too physical. The official puts Iverson on the line for 2.
And Iverson has bounced back at the line. He's 5 for 6 after the 6 of 12. Uncharacteristically shaky at the line in game 2. That's 19 points for Iverson, along with 5 assists, although he has not shot well. 6 for 15. 76ers lead by 1.
Mark, I know that Paul Silas and the trainers and doctors are checking with Davis, but remember, he said he wanted to keep him 30 to 32 minutes. Davis must be feeling pretty good because he's going to wind up with close to 20 minutes here in the first half.
And the Hornets continue to do a nice job on the offensive boards. Davis able to split his way through. Rebounded by Williams.
You could see when he took off that time, a little tender, trying to push off that left leg and get the elevation to lay it off the glass.
Coming up on 10 seconds remaining in the half. Iverson working on Davis. Iverson. And a foul. Not a good foul by Tyrone Hill with 5 seconds to go in the half, and that will put McGlure at the line.
That's a bad foul by Tyrone Hill. You don't want to wind up giving him these extra points. You have 5 seconds remaining before the half. You're going to put 2 more free throws on the board for him.
And as you see, McGlure took a shot in the eye. 20-second timeout being called by the Sixers.
If you're the opposing coach, you must watch who comes out of the timeout for Larry Brown, because he will switch and suddenly put a bunch of small guys on the floor. And if you don't recognize it coming out and don't match up with them, you can have a mismatch. In 5+ seconds remaining, they can go the length of the court and get an easy field goal.
Well, tomorrow here on TNT, the Mavericks will take on the Trailblazers. Portland trying to hold on and extend the series down 3-0 to Dallas, followed by the Spurs and the Suns. Our coverage begins at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and then Monday on TNT at 8 Eastern Time. Game 4 of the Sixers and Hornets will be back here at the New Orleans Arena, followed by the Kings and the Jazz. This is the second of our doubleheader here tonight. Earlier at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, the Bucks in overtime defeated the Nets 119-114. That tied the series at 2. Tony Kukoc with 23 points to lead Milwaukee. Kenyon Martin had 30. Jason Kidd 15 and 10 assists. McGlure, a 72% free throw shooter.
George Lynch did a good job communicating with Kenny Anderson, because Lynch is on the lane as a potential rebounder. He just signaled to Kenny Anderson, if Snow goes long, you take him. I'll pick up your guy, whoever's left in the backcourt.
Anderson and Pack checking in following that timeout. Hornets by 1, 5.3 to go. Here's Iverson, racing by Anderson. Iverson for 3. And that's the end of the first half. The Hornets getting terrific support from this capacity crowd. It's the Hornets 47 and the 76ers 46. The first half that saw 13 ties, 11 lead changes. Iverson with 20 points, but only 6 for 17 from the field. P.J. Brown with 11 points, 9 rebounds in the first half. Let's go to Cheryl with P.J.
P.J., in game 1 and 2, you and Jamal have taken a little bit of heat, but you got to be pleased in the first half. You guys are combined 21 points.
Right now we're doing a pretty good job of getting the ball inside, and Big Cat and myself are really taking our time, getting good rebounds, and just trying to hurt them on the offensive glass on a little bit, and hope we can continue in the second half.
It seems like Baron Davis has been saying all week long that he couldn't wait to get home. Have some type of a Mardi Gras atmosphere from the crowd. What's it like to finally be here and for the fans?
It's been great. The fans have been tremendous, and we just got to keep it up for them. We feel like when we give them something to cheer for, they're going to give it to us. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Mark?
All right, thanks, Cheryl. The Hornets have had their way off the glass, 29-20 advantage. And on the offensive boards, 12-5 for New Orleans. Hornets by 1 at halftime. Let's go to our studio and Ernie Johnson. Ernie? Up 36, the Hornets at 16 of 44, and you see the offensive rebounding advantage for New Orleans.
Well, look at that. Now, would you ever have thought that Allen Iverson had 20 points in the half?
Yes. It's clear to me.
See that? That's really not
You're
right.
saying it did not feel as if Iverson
Did not feel. That was the smoothest, quietest. Get to the line 8 times, make 7. All of a sudden, he's got 20 points. But if I didn't look at the stat sheet, I never would have thought he had 20 at the half.
I said to Cheryl Miller at halftime, it seems like Iverson has 20 points, and she said the same to me. Let's go to Cheryl.
Thanks a lot, Marvin. Mike White spoke to Coach Brown, and he said, look, our bench did zip. We took a lot of hurried shots. We got killed on the boards. He said, despite all that, we're only down by 1 point. Main focus for the second half, we have to get more people involved, slow down offensively, and execute. For Coach Silas, he said, look, second half main focus, continue to defend and rebound, and he really emphasized get our running game going. And Marv, take it easy on Mike.
Cheryl, as you know, though, he can be so annoying.
Cheryl's such a compassionate person. That's why I love her. I love her.
Czar of significance in the first half in the absence of Jamal Mashburn. The Hornets with 13 assists on their 16 field goals.
Many teams look down immediately at the assist column. It'll tell them how their transition game will go. It tells them how they're sharing the basketball.
And a nice setup from Davis for McGlure.
You saw the scoring, the even balanced scoring for New Orleans in the first half. 3 guys in double figures. Wesley with 9 points right there. McGlure and Brown, 21 points combined. At halftime, another 2 for McGlure right there.
6 assists for Davis. Here's Kenny Thomas. Thomas coming off a huge game the other night. Has been quiet thus far this evening. Thomas, 17 points, 16 rebounds in game 2.
At halftime, just 4 points and 4 rebounds, so they've done a good job of quieting him down.
Davis forced that shot. Snow kept it alive. Thomas up front with Coleman and Van Horn. Iverson and Snow at the guard. Here's Van Horn for 3. And a loose ball foul charge to P.J. Brown as he put Keith Van Horn on the floor.
He almost forgot, in fact, he did forget to block out. And at the last second, he remembered that Van Horn was on the move to the basket. He tried to reach out and hold him off from getting a second shot opportunity. That's what knocked him to the ground.
Brown with his second foul. We are just underway here in the third quarter. 1 point lead for the Hornets. The rejection by Brown. Thomas, yes, so he's come out and hit 2 straight at the start of the third.
Derek Coleman very easily could have taken that 3-point shot when the ball was kicked back out, but he didn't. He moved the basketball, got Kenny Thomas another basket. Maybe he figures he hit one, maybe he'll come right back and hit another one, which he did.
Davis. Aaron Davis running into traffic. He passed on the 3 and then was fouled by Thomas. That's 3 on Thomas.
I tend to forget how strong Baron Davis is. He's got a big, strong body, not afraid to take a pounding, 6'3", 225 pounds. And when he gets in the lane, he splits many times. Double teams or big men stepping up that you wouldn't expect him to be able to get through because he is that strong.
Baron Davis at the end of the season slowed by a sprained right ankle. Had the knee problems and then suffered a bone bruise on his left knee in game 1 Sunday night. The Hornets say there has been no structural damage. During the course of the regular season, he missed 42 games with knee and back problems. Hornets went 19 and 13 without Davis, and at one stretch they won 8 games in a row, but it's a little different story in the playoffs when you go without your starting point guard. Coleman off the fake. Yes, Derek Coleman has given the Sixers a 52-50 lead. And that call away from the ball as Wesley got involved with Iverson, and Wesley was pushing off. It's an offensive foul. That's 3 on David Wesley.
Got to remember, David Wesley is really solid. Low left corner of the screen. Take a look as he comes off the screen. He may put that left forearm into Iverson. Iverson may do a pretty good job of acting and falling down, but whatever the case, the whistle went against New Orleans.
Thomas feeling the touch. and hits again.
Amazing. Once the guy feels it and gets it going, and his teammates understand that. Credit maybe Derek Coleman for giving him that second shot opportunity that he knocked down. And here's the third one, and here's the quick layup. Just when Philadelphia thought that Paul Silas was standing up to call a timeout, which they wanted, Davis kept his dribble alive. They got an easy basket out of it.
Paul going to the decoy timeout.
The fake timeout, yes.
So the Sixers now lead 54-52. He was trying to call for time, but Davis saw the opportunity and kept the dribble alive. Thomas, 5 for 5 from the field. That was deflected by P.J. Brown. So Thomas is on fire. He now has 12 points, 8 of the 12 here at the start of the third. Sixers by 4. Wesley is fouled on a reach-in.
Well, the last time down the floor when Allen Iverson was on offense, he ran the same maneuver against Wesley that Wesley had been called an offensive foul for. Wesley went down. The entire bench stood up for New Orleans. They wanted the same call at the other end. They felt they didn't get it.
Eric Snow called on that foul. It is a non-shooting foul. This is game 3 of this best of 7. Sixers won the first 2. In Philadelphia, Davis for 3. And rebounded by Coleman. Davis has missed his last 6 shots.
2 of them, and I would have to say, were not high percentage shots. He can get better shots than that. Just be a little more patient. Shot selection.
Thomas, this time was forcing the issue. Feeling very confident. And that was costly. That was his 4th foul. It's an offensive foul on Thomas.
Turns back to the shoulder. He tries to get the defensive player up in the air, and then he wants to jump into him. He thinks he's going to get the call because the defense is up, landing on him. P.J. Brown did a pretty good job of staying down on the pump fake. He doesn't like it.
Kenny Thomas had the hot hand, forced to sit down after picking up number 4, replaced by Greg Buckner. Davis. Aaron Davis 0 for his last 7.
Got to understand, maybe it's time to get other people back involved in the offense once again. Don't forget those big guys. That ball should be going down inside. Pound them on the inside.
We're seeing some poor shot selection. Not a good shot for Iverson. Sixers 56, the Hornets 52. 7.5 remaining in the third. Here's Wesley.
Mark, jump shot, does not get you to the foul line.
McClure keeping it alive, and he is fouled.
That's what gets you to the foul line. Get the ball down low inside where you got big bodies. Make them pay the price, Philadelphia, on the inside. Offensive rebounds we talked about at the half. 12-5 in favor of New Orleans. We see them working hard on the glass there. Another opportunity, and there's the foul.
Foul on Van Horn, his 3rd. Jamal McClure, 2 for 2 at the line. Well, tonight on ESPN at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, it's the Kings and the Jazz. Sacramento in front 2 games to nothing. Tomorrow on ESPN2, the Celtics will host the Pacers. And on ABC at 3 o'clock, it's the Timberwolves and the Lakers. On ESPN at 5:30, the Pistons and the Magic. 76ers 56, the Hornets 54. Buckner able to knock it down.
Eric Snow with the penetration. He gets into the lane. What does he do? He doesn't shoot it. He throws it back where he came from to his teammate.
Lynch. Rebounded by Buckner. Here's Iverson accelerating. The offense running through Derek Coleman. The other night he had 6 assists. Makes very good decisions. Iverson. Allen Iverson extends to a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
Iverson has such a knack for winding and weaving his way through the defense. Off balance, still making shots. Now, would you think he has 22 points right now?
You talking to me?
I think so.
Brown is able to bank it home. 58-56. The Sixers with a 4-point lead and a timeout called with 6:04 remaining in the third.
P.J. Brown having a much more productive game than he did in the last one. Takes on Coleman and gets it up over the top for the score.
We were planning our vacation online. That's when the pain started.
Digititis is a repetitive stress injury, just like carpal tunnel syndrome, except different.
Basically, it feels like a fleshy fireball on the end of my hand.
We're seeing an explosion of this with all the double clicking that's going on. If we catch this early, we can help.
Searching for a great airfare online doesn't have to be a pain. Just go to southwest.com for our $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by May 1st.
You are now free to move about the country.
Welcome aboard. Please turn off all unapproved electronic devices. We have a very crowded flight today, and all overhead space is full. The captain expects frequent turbulence, so please remain seated at all times. And we do anticipate a late arrival. Thank you.
The Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. When you upgrade your travel plans, you win.
I'm all shook up. Hey, I'm all shook up.
The NBA playoffs on TNT. Brought to you by Hyundai. If your car comes with America's best warranty, you win. And Fridays. Eat what you love where you eat. At Fridays.
Welcome back to New Orleans. Earlier in the game, P.J. Brown's wife, Dee, wore a mic for us, which can either be dangerous or entertaining. Needless to say, Dee, a former collegiate player at Louisiana Tech, was really into the game.
Get in there. Get it.
A very stressful night, not only for the players, but their wives.
Yes, P.J. and his wife Dee both played at Louisiana Tech. P.J. inducted into the Louisiana Tech Hall of Fame several years back. They have 3 daughters and a son. Philadelphia with a 60-56 lead, 6 minutes remaining in the third. Here's Buckner, rebounded by Davis. Davis and Wesley have it off here in the third quarter. Buckner on the foul. They got caught on Brown, so P.J. will head to the line.
So considerate of them. We do a little special on D, and we get a fast break opportunity for a husband. So the 2 Louisiana Tech hoopsters.
Symmetry. It all seems to come together.
Works together, correct.
Our producer, Scooter Bettino, and director, Renato Lowe. Right on top of it. Statistician tonight, Brian Taylor, working his 93rd game in 95 days.
He's been all over the place.
Which is a new NBA record.
Keeps annoying me for rides. He wants rides all the time. Can I get a ride here? Can I get a ride there?
Philadelphia by 2. Van Horn trying to set the pick. Iverson over Wesley. Rebounded by Lynch. Allen Iverson now 7 for 20. Davis trying to find a rhythm, has not been able to hit a shot.
See, when you come down off and you try and probe the defense for that long, he's going to wind up launching it again on the 3-point line. They never got into a half-court set. He was looking, probing in transition. And Paul Silas is on the side yelling out, set up. He wants it to get in to some kind of half-court set.
Aaron Davis has now missed his last 8. He's 5 for 15 from the field. Stay in front of Davis. McLaurin, nice move. McLaurin with the spin and then lost control. He thought he was fouled. And there is a foul being called, but it's against the Hornets. And it's on Brown.
You know that Baron Davis's leg is bothering him when he is settling for so many jump shots. He's been on the floor 27 minutes. He only has 4 free throw attempts. And it's obvious when your leg is bad, your knee is bad, you're in pain the way he is, but you're trying to play, you're reluctant to take it to the basket.
Foul committed by Wesley. That's his 4th. The Hornets with 3 team fouls and the 76ers with 4.
This is a tough guard for David Wesley because of Iverson's speed and quickness. Wesley much stronger, loses his footing, but it's the arm in there holding on where the foul is called.
Now Stacey Altman will come on for the first time, replacing David Wesley. And Altman will go against Iverson. Allen Iverson, 7 for 21 from the field.
That's what they hope, that Altman can get him to turn into a jump shooter all the time, that his length will affect the outside game of Allen Iverson. Iverson needs to keep trying to blow past him. Hopefully then New Orleans has help for him.
P.J. Brown over Tyrone Hill, and the game is tied at 60. Strong game for P.J. 17 points, 9 rebounds. That gets this crowd. Iverson is fouled. Brown with number 4.
The intent from New Orleans is that big man who's setting the screen, the defensive man wants to step out. Some of the times they want to trap Iverson, other times they just want to show and get over or show and go under the screen. But he's so quick that if the big man is late getting out there, if you don't get out there early, he's already gone by you and started to turn the corner. Then he's putting tremendous pressure on the big man.
Another substitution by the Hornets. Jerome Moiso played 4 minutes in the first half. Is back in. He's guarding Van Horn. As Van Horn makes his move, he's called for a traveling violation.
Moiso goes for the steal, and it's on the drop step right there. But the officials call it. New Orleans going down the other way on offense. Now let's see if they can get with Anderson in the game. They get a little more of a pattern type of offense here.
Kenny Anderson replacing Baron Davis. So Anderson and Altman in the backcourt. McLaurin. He had nowhere to go, but was able to draw the foul. It's on Hill. That's 3. On Hill, Jamal McLaurin will shoot a couple.
Well, a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger than Tyrone Hill, so he's tough for Hill to guard when he catches it down there on a low block, starts his move towards the middle.
McLaurin is 4 for 4 from the line. He's played well here tonight. For more on Jamal, let's go to Cheryl.
And more before the game, Jamal said that he was absolutely embarrassed in games 1 and game 2, that he didn't come out with the aggressiveness, the physical tone. He said the number 1 priority was doing all the little games in game 3. Hit the open shots, rebound, keep the demeanor of the team aggressive for 48 minutes. And so far, he's pulling it off, Marvin, Mike.
All right, Cheryl, 8-0 run now by the Hornets, who have taken a 2-point lead with 3.5 remaining in the third. They look to trap Iverson. The key is open. Rebounded by Moiso. Altman being played by McKee. Anderson. Miscommunication on that pass, to the ball back to the Sixers.
You can tell that Moiso's a little nervous out there on the floor. Anderson was driving it to kick it off to him. He thought Anderson was going to shoot it. He started to break for the glass.
Marv Albert with the czar, Mike Fratello, and Cheryl Miller. We're in New Orleans. McKee with the bucket. Yes, and it counts. He's headed to the line.
There's that UCLA cut that you wanted to know about before. A little slice cut down the lane off the UCLA shuffle action. Poor job defensively of communicating. McKee catches it just ahead of Anderson and lays it in.
Foul on Anderson, and a timeout is called.
Encourage a lifelong love of reading. Read to achieve.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Less filling!
Wait. What about this? Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Great taste! Great taste!
Less filling!
Great taste!
Less filling! Less filling!
What do you think about that? That's art.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I've got an idea.
Mom, Dad, we're here.
Oh, great.
Oh!
The Hyundai Sonata with America's best warranty.
Boy, am I hungry.
When life keeps getting better, you win.
At DirecTV, we make it easy to get the channels you want most with great premium services like HBO, Starz, Showtime, Cinemax, and Sports Pack. Get more box office hits, daring originals, sports action, and more, all at a great value.
Really?
It's just $12 for your first choice, $11 for your second choice, and so on. The more you buy, the more you save, and the more choices you have.
Oh, brilliant! Right on!
Visit DirecTV.com or call 1-800-DIRECTV and order your favorite premium channels today.
76ers and Hornets tied at 62 as this third quarter winds down. Right here, time for tonight's spectacular finish presented by Honor All Whites.
And now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird. Oh my, the type has gone crazy.
The voice of the late Johnny Most, long-time broadcaster for the Boston Celtics. Caught it. Dennis Johnson, who was in our studio at halftime. Dennis, head coach of the L.A. Clippers, filling in for Kenny Smith tonight. Dennis, a member of two of the Boston Celtic championship teams. Aaron McKee able to complete a three-point play.
Well, when you look at the stat sheets, you see that New Orleans is shooting just 36%. Get to here right in the game, even up until that last free throw. They're plus 10 on the glass overall. Talk about bench productivity. Guys coming in to help out. 6-1 bench scoring in favor of Philadelphia. That's it. 6-1.
And that is a traveling violation. Jerome Moiso called for steps. NBA basketball back in New Orleans after a 25-year absence. Although you had the Hawks here, didn't you, in the 80s for, what, 12 games?
Yes, we did. We played 12 of our home games in New Orleans that year. So what it did is it left us 29 games in Atlanta and 53 games on the road.
How did you draw here?
We played the games at the University of New Orleans. It was a smaller facility, but we packed it. I don't know what it's at, 5,000, 6,000 people.
Packed it. Anderson. Yes! And the foul!
Kenny Anderson along the baseline here, looking for that low post man is being fronted, and because he's being fronted, Anderson is able to turn the corner, take the contact, finish it, and now go to the free throw line. He's trying to get himself going. He had such a great year for the Celtics, then being traded around. It kind of broke his heart a little bit. He thought he had worked extremely hard, done everything he could. The Celtics missed him early this year. That's why they eventually wound up putting Bremer in the lineup as a starter, because Kenny Anderson's pick and roll game really helped them. Kenny Anderson now hoping that he can help New Orleans advance.
Foul was called on Tyrone Hill, his fourth. Three-point play for Anderson, and the Hornets lead by 2. So the Hawks packed him in. You have standing room only with 5,000.
So that's what it could told. We did have a target player named Dominique Wilkins on the team.
Iverson. And back comes Anderson. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lynch. Good job by Coleman. And lost it. He thought he was fouled. Timeout is called. Stacey Altman took it away and then was able to indicate the timeout to maintain possession. So when we come back, a minute and a half remaining in the third, and it will be New Orleans in possession.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great?
Yeah, but I like it because it's less filling.
Great taste, less filling, great taste! Wait a minute, man. You know, I'd really like to start communicating better.
Oh, and I'd like to create a friendship where we support each other's growth.
Now there's a commercial I'd like to see.
Hot guys.
That's what you need
expressing emotion.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I've got a good idea.
This shirt is chafing me. Mine too.
When you leave this building, you will be endowed with all my powers. All the powers of God.
This Memorial Day, the guy next door,
I've never seen the moon that big.
we really shouldn't waste it, gets a shot at being the man upstairs.
Sam?
Jim Carrey. Bruce Almighty. Rated PG-13. At theaters Friday, May 23rd.
Hornets have a 65-63 lead. Trying to get back into the series, trailing the Sixers 2-0.
And this is key right here because as you see the loose ball take place, the effort is there by Altman. He goes on the floor, but he hurries and calls a timeout, or a teammate calls a timeout down there, which is good as far as maintaining possession. But we're only in the third quarter right now, and all New Orleans has left are 2 timeouts and a 20 remaining. They're going to lose one automatically in the fourth quarter at the 8:59 mark. Remember, there is a TV timeout that they get when neither team is charged, so Paul Silas could be running short of timeouts as you come down the stretch. One took place when they couldn't get the ball in bounds early in the game, and this one right here.
Anderson played by Iverson. Now Altman posting up. Shot clock down at 3. Lynch for 3. George Lynch from downtown, extending the Hornets lead. They're up by 5. Iverson trying to draw the foul. He already has a technical, has to be careful. Buckner for 3. And back come the Hornets.
Well, Paul Silas said today, I might be the only coach that lets Lynch shoot 3-pointers. He said, but he makes them for me, so I let him shoot them.
He missed a couple earlier. And a moment ago was able to hit from beyond that 3-point line. Iverson off. Bad shots being taken by both teams.
Yeah, Iverson that time I think was still upset that he didn't get the call from the official. He wanted to come down and drain that one because his emotions are running high right now. He wants to silence his crowd.
And the Hornets running the clock down here at the end of the third. Moiso takes the shot. And a loose ball foul. Look out, Jack Neese warning Jamal McGlure, who got up quickly and was glaring at Neese. That's the first on McGlure, but the Hornets over the limit, so the Sixers headed to the line.
You see McGlure takes his right hand and shoves Coleman back. It's subtle, it's down low, it's hard to see on the inside of the bodies. Jack Neese from his position had a good look at it, and he calls the foul. Throwing him away, trying to get a second shot opportunity. McGlure a little too aggressive.
Well, Coleman to the line. He's 2 for 2, a 78% free throw shooter. Eric Coleman emerging as the starting center for the 76ers due to that nerve disorder that is sidelined Todd McCulloch. And Derek, a one-time Charlotte Hornet, #1 overall pick in the draft back in 1990 by New Jersey. It's his second stint with the 76ers. remaining in the third. Aaron Davis back on the floor. Being pressured, shoots from midcourt. And that is the end of the third quarter. The Hornets with a 14-5 run the last 6.5 minutes over that stretch. Philadelphia just 1 for 9 from the field. They're standing and cheering for the Hornets in New Orleans. After 3, they lead by 3.
What is it?
This is a business reality detector. It sniffs out overpromises and exaggerations.
Does it work?
Try it.
Keeney, what's up with the supply chain overhaul?
Everything's on schedule.
Fuller, how's the wireless thing going?
Under budget.
Bill, what do you think?
I don't think. I'm just a yes man.
It works.
First name is Armor. You don't just clean and shine, you protect with just a wipe. Armor All Protectant Wipes.
Yo, can I use your phone?
I'm cool, but that's cold.
That's my song.
Don't disrespect the man's house. Dial 1-800 call ATT for collect calls. Give me that. What are you doing? Yo, did you find it? You can save on every call. Just dial right down the center. 1-800-CALLATT.
It's free for you and cheap for them. You're out of mayo.
What kind of place is this?
You okay in there, man?
Save on every call. Dial 1-800 call ATT for collect calls.
This is a test. This is the big test. Right now at participating Honda dealers, you can join the big test ride. The world's biggest production motorcycles. Goldwing 1800, VTX 1800. And it just keeps getting bigger because you can ride off with low 6.9% APR financing. To find out more, just go to Honda.com and join the biggest test ride in motorcycle history.
Sights and sounds of Bourbon Street. Downtown New Orleans, always a festive atmosphere. And the New Orleans Hornets with a 68-65 lead on the Philadelphia 76ers. Trying to climb back into the series after the Sixers won the first 2 games in Philadelphia. 76ers opened up the third quarter, hitting 7 of 10 from the field, but just 1 for their last 9. Iverson has been off. Iverson rejected emphatically by Moiso.
Every once in a while, Moiso reminds me of Keon Clark. He's built a little bit like Keon Clark. Here you see his ability to block a shot the way Keon Clark can do it. He's got a ways to go. Keon Clark, a terrific pickup by Sacramento, but Moiso's got talent and he's young.
Shot clock to 3. Here's Snow for 3. And Kramer able to reach for the rebound. Baron Davis and Kenny Anderson now in the backcourt for the Hornets. Fourth quarter is underway. New Orleans with the ball up by 3. Davis lost it. And Snow all by himself.
That's what you call court balance. If you lack court balance, no one covers the backcourt. That's 2 layups that we've seen Philadelphia get because no one covered the backcourt for New Orleans. You're in a 1-point game. You'd like to have those 2 layups back.
Whose responsibility is that?
It's the responsibility of the players on the floor knowing that when someone penetrates and drives from the top, the wings must cover back.
And Baron Davis finally hits the shot. That from downtown. He had missed 10 of his previous 11. The Hornets lead by 4. Coleman spinning and fouled by Traylor. So Coleman is headed back to the line. Eric 4 for 4 from the foul line.
Decision for Paul Silas. How are you going to break up the minutes in the 4th quarter for Baron Davis? You've got 29 minutes right now. You have 10 and a half minutes remaining in the game. If you send him all the way through, he's going to play 40 minutes tonight. Obviously, your concern is if he says he's feeling okay, if the doctors say he's okay, then you let him go. But you understand that you're fooling with something here. It's a very sensitive and a tough decision as a coach. You got to believe in the player. You got to believe, obviously, in your medical support staff.
Baron Davis attempted to talk the medical staff into allowing him to play in Game 2, but they said no. And they felt that it was okay for this Game 3 of the best of 7. For those who may have just joined us, Jamal Mashburn out of action with a broken finger. Possible he may be finished for this series. Here's Anderson. The tip.
Again, there you see that long left arm come out there. The athleticism of Moiso.
73-69 Hornets. Iverson felt he was fouled. Iverson with the shot. Allen Iverson. His first bucket in some time. He's now 8 for 25. He has 24 points.
Yeah, he obviously is a guy who is capable, once he gets on a roll, of putting up huge numbers in the 4th quarter.
2-point New Orleans lead. Altman. And the tip. Again, Moiso.
These are decisions that Paul Silas made this morning or yesterday and this morning as a result of the practices that he was going to give players more minutes that hadn't played a whole lot of minutes because of lack of depth, because of Mashburn being out, and the tempo that he wanted to play. Moiso taking advantage of his opportunity.
Eric Coleman in trouble. Took a timeout. Good defense by the Hornets.
76ers not doing a real good job of putting the body on or finding Moiso, who tips that one in for a second shot opportunity. Very active right now.
Live by the code.
Change the way you move through the world. The V6 Nissan Altima.
Witness a dream.
NASA wants to send us into space.
40 years in the making.
Shoot this baby to the moon.
Space Cowboys. Tonight, after the NBA, on TNT. Luno Drama.
Hey, I know you're frustrated with slow dial-up internet. And if you think you can't get high-speed internet, think again. Now there's a new high-speed internet solution by satellite. And you can get it right now. Directway is the high-speed internet that works anywhere in the continental U.S., just as long as you have a clear view of the southern sky. Interested? Thought so. Now grab your remote, flip to channel 227, and find out about the new high-speed internet option available right now. Channel 227. I'll meet you there.
It's a fact. 2 is better than 1. So we've taken the greatest comedies of all time and doubled them up. Back to back. TBS Superstation's non-stop comedy block.
It's got Cash of the Yin Yang.
2 Drew Carey's, 2 Home Improvements, 2 Seinfelds, and Friends.
Come on, it's fun.
Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Oh, Jerry.
Oh, you. The non-stop comedy block, weekdays starting at 4:30 Eastern on TBS Superstation.
Welcome back to New Orleans, where the fans are going absolutely nuts. I am joined by Jamal Mashman. And Jamal, I think the biggest question heading into tonight's game with who is going to step up, and there's been quite a few guys.
Yeah, they play extremely well, play extremely hard, and they're giving the effort. I told the guys if they can give me some time, get a win, and just give me some rest so I can kind of, you know, get healthy a little bit, and I'll be all right. I mean, they've been playing extremely good, though.
Well, I understand that your finger is still painful. There's still some swelling. What is the status? Will you be back?
Yeah, I plan to. I told the guys they need to take care of home court, and then hopefully on the road in Philly, maybe, you know, and just get a couple wins to pull on the series and see how long I can hold up a little bit, you know.
Thanks for your time, Jamal. Let's send it back to you, Marvin. Mike?
All right, thanks, Cheryl. Fadeaway shot by Iverson. And a foul is called. A loose ball foul. It's on Trailer. Hornets with their second team foul.
Trailer had been very, very active in game number 2. Under the basket, a little bit too active, trying to get his position there. He's called for the foul just prior to where he comes in the screen. That's what the foul was called.
3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. And the Hornets lead 75-71. Iverson setting up on Davis, forced to give it up. Nice play by Anderson. It's a 4-on-2. Anderson is clobbered by Snow.
I thought Davis might hold it a split second longer than go off to his left-hand side. To the man filling the left lane, he decided to give it right back to Kenny Anderson, maybe trying to reward Anderson for the fact that he had come up with the deflection and tipped it to Baron Davis. Snow doesn't think it was a foul at all. It's a great block.
Kenny Anderson acquired from Seattle, and the deal for Eldon Campbell. That was back at the trade deadline in February. This is his second tour with the Hornets franchise. He was traded by the Nets to the Charlotte Hornets back in 1996. Hornets now lead by 6.
Anderson, one of the free agents that New Orleans will have to deal with at the end of this season, along with P.J. Brown. That'll be their biggest decision. Robert Trailer.
Anderson with the steal. Mauricio. And Jerome Mauricio has been a huge factor here in the fourth quarter.
You put a young player into a situation where you're down 0-2 in a series, you're asking him to come up big and give you something. This young man certainly has responded to Paul Silas, giving him the opportunity.
Coleman's shot came up short. Anderson pulls it up against Snow. Now the Hornets get into their offense. Iverson fronting Davis. Davis. The steal by Mauricio. What a performance by the 3-year player out of UCLA, Jerome Mauricio. Davis for 3. Baron Davis from downtown, and the Sixers want to talk it over. A 9-0 run by New Orleans.
Baron Davis with the 3, giving him 19 points, 7 for 19 from the floor, 8 assists for Baron Davis.
More drama, more attitude, more lethal than ever.
I give my right arm for a siren right now.
Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon 4. Friday night at 8, part of the Diet Coke Movie Fest on TNT.
Thanks for making me a fighter. Makes me that much stronger. Makes me that much wiser.
And Desmond Mason for a three. To the hole. Welcome to the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen.
A million uses and counting. The 210 horsepower supercharged Nissan Xterra.
Chicken and cheese for just $8.99. Come get a taste of our new bold flavor.
You know I like you, and I like you a lot. I like Janice a lot, too, and I know she's your roommate.
Janice?
I'm not sure how to say this to you. You know that I like you a lot, right?
Yeah.
It's just that I like Janice a lot, too, and I know she's your roommate, and I wouldn't...
So date both of us.
What? What did you say?
All right, so here are tonight's Bud Light headlines. Freshman Carmelo Anthony of Syracuse and high school star LeBron James both declaring for the 2003 NBA Draft. And earlier today, the first of our TNT playoff doubleheader, the Milwaukee Bucks defeated the New Jersey Nets 114-119. That tied the series at 2. Tony Kukoc, 23 points. Sam Cassell with 21. Kenyon Martin led the Nets with 30. Jason Kidd, 15 points and 10 assists. And here in New Orleans, the Hornets with the big run in the fourth quarter, led by an unlikely source. Jerome Moliso, a three-year man from UCLA, out of Paris, France. He grew up in the West Indies, a member of the French national team. Stacey Ogden with the steal. With the Hornets back to the offense. Moliso, Brown, and Altman on the floor now with Davis and Anderson. Here's Davis, and he has turned things around. At one point, he missed 10 straight shots. He's hit 3 of his last 4, and 2 of those 3 have been from downtown.
Probably very fortunate that Philadelphia has had to use up a couple timeouts. It's given Baron Davis a chance to catch his breath. He looked really quick that time going to the hoop.
Iverson off the mark, and a push out is called. If it's Thomas, it's 5. It is number 5 on Kenny Thomas.
Well, you've been mentioning Moliso. He's been long. He's been very active on the offensive boards as we see him come underneath and tip that one in from behind, that one from the side. Then his defensive presence there with the block shot and showing us a little turnaround jumper in that low post area.
11 unanswered points by the Hornets. Make it 13. What a move by Stacey Altman. And the Hornets have a 15-point advantage. The Sixers just 3 for the last 17 from the field. Allen Iverson. Iverson has 26, but has shot poorly, just 9 for 28. 86-73 Hornets. Davis penetrates. You get the idea, suddenly he has his legs.
That's what I said. He looked a little bit quicker coming out of that timeout when he made that first move to the basket. And that time right there, he really didn't elevate more like we know he can elevate. And that's because of the knee problem.
Iverson is rejected, but this time it will count. It's a goaltend. It has been a coming out party for Jerome Moliso, but that time he's called for a goaltend.
One of the toughest calls. Is it on its way up or on its way down? The officials have been, that one was right on the fine line of whether it was at its apex or whether it was on its way down.
Luiso had a notion, spinning his way on Van Horn, and hits again! 8 points, along with 4 rebounds. He's 4 for 4 here in the fourth quarter. The guy who appeared in 51 games, he showed flashes during the season. He did start 1 game. McKee for 3. And a loose ball foul against the Hornets. It is on Brown. That's number 5.
Moiso's only 24 years old. This Johnson's been in the league 3 seasons. 24 years old, coming in there at critical minutes and playing huge for New Orleans.
Now George Lynch will check in, replacing P.J. Brown, has had an outstanding night. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, but he sits down after collecting his 5th foul. The rookie from Miami, John Salmons, has checked back in. And a foul against the Hornets. It's on Lynch. And the Hornets with their 14th foul. The Sixers have 2. We're down to 5:14 remaining in this fourth quarter. An 11-0 run by the Hornets, providing this big lead, and the adventure continues for John Salmons. On the turnover, it's back to the Hornets. They try to trap Anderson.
See how Lynch stepped up, shortened the pass, made it a little bit easier for Anderson to get out of the double team.
Davis for 3. And kept alive by Altman. The tip missed by Mauricio, and Van Horn rebound. Iverson racing. Puts behind the back, and Anderson tipped it aside. Look out. Out of bounds, says Jack Neese. It'll be, let's see. Jack Neese telling Baron Davis that it is New Orleans ball.
Well, Jack Neese was calling White, pointing the other way. Baron said, no, the White team's going that way. And Jack Neese said, you're right, they are going that way. The loose ball right there, you see it touched by Salmons as he goes out of bounds. It's White ball.
A 20-second timeout called by the 76ers. So they're down to 1 timeout remaining.
Mark Davis, as you mentioned, seems like suddenly he found a burst of energy. It starts with your legs. 3-point shooters have to have good legs. Baron Davis got his feet set. He must be feeling his strength because first he drains a 3, and then we'll see him use the dribble drive to first make the little hook and then split a double team and finish with the reverse leg. He may not have the explosiveness, but right now he's the force behind the New Orleans surge here in the second half, along with Moiso.
.36 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a 15-point lead for the Hornets. Paul Silas staying with the backcourt of Davis and Anderson. The Altman moves up front. Lynch. Mauricio with another rebound and score! 10 points for Mauricio, all in the fourth quarter. 92-75, New Orleans. Over the last 14 minutes, the Hornets have outscored the Sixers 38-15. Once again, Mauricio looking for the block shot, but a foul is called. But they know he's on the court. They know he's in the area.
And that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to make people think about it. He goes up and gets that thing. It looks to me like it's hand-on ball. That looked like a great block by Mauricio.
So Van Horn at the line. Czar, I would say to most NBA fans who are watching this, they're saying, where has this guy been all season long?
This is what people said when he came out of school. They knew he was a very talented young man. How quickly would he develop? What type of work ethic would he have? Could he mature and understand what it takes to play at this level in the NBA on a regular basis? That's what remains. But right now, Paul Silas will take this second half spurt.
Davis over Snow. Baron Davis with a sensational finish to spark the Hornets. 94-77 New Orleans. Davis with 12 in the fourth quarter, hitting 5 of 7, 12 of his 25 here in the fourth. Shot clock down to 4. Salmons for 3. Davis with Snow back. Trying to get a little tricky with Mauricio. That's not the play you're looking for in a playoff game.
Now, you don't need that right now. You're holding a significant lead here, a 17-point lead with just under 3 minutes remaining. You've still got to play a lot more games in this series, hopefully for New Orleans' sake. Why do this right now and try and embarrass Philadelphia? No need for it.
And Baron Davis is hobbling off the court with 2:57 remaining on the fourth.
You alone have been granted the fifth freedom. You have the right to spy, steal, destroy, and terminate to ensure that American freedoms are protected. If captured, your government will disavow any knowledge of your existence. You are no longer Sam Fisher, agent of the U.S. government. You are a Splinter Cell.
Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Now redefined to push your PlayStation 2 to the limits with exclusive new levels and features.
How much money do you owe today? $4,000? $6,000? Over 10? Credit card bills? Personal loans?
How long has it been? Feel any better than last month? The month before?
The plain and simple is life adds up. The answer is you don't have to just deal with it.
You can do something about it now, today, which could make every day better and bring you closer to becoming debt-free.
Call or visit for Care One Credit Counseling right now.
It won't cost you a penny. There are no upfront fees. It's a non-profit service.
Our guarantee is that we will treat every person with honesty, understanding, and respect.
Humility, humanity, and caring.
If you allow us to help, and you do your part, you will lower your monthly bills.
You'll feel better right away, and you'll be on your way to becoming debt-free.
You can do it. Care One will help.
Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until it hurts. Raise your hand up, say no more, and make the call, or visit online today.
Care One for you.
That ain't no shot.
No, that's a crime.
They're ready for the NBA playoffs, are you? The NBA playoffs are on TNT, but you can still catch the drama of Law & Order weeknights on TNT.
Witness a dream.
NASA wants to send us into space.
40 years in the making.
Shoot this baby to the moon.
Space Cowboys. Next, after the NBA on TNT. We know drama.
Back in New Orleans, capacity crowd, 17,320 on hand, and they have seen an amazing performance by the three-year man from UCLA, Jerome Moiso, in his first ever NBA playoff game. Jerome briefly was property of the Philadelphia 76ers, acquired by Philadelphia from Boston, and then went on to Charlotte, born in Paris, France, spent much of his youth in the West Indies, and as you mentioned earlier, a member of the French national team, and has made his mark here tonight.
Well, if you remember that right after the half I mentioned that 76ers bench had outscored New Orleans' bench 6-1, and now because of Moiso's productivity, it's 18-7 in favor of New Orleans bench productivity.
Aaron Davis hobbled to the sideline following that last time out call, but is remaining on the floor, though that shot went way off and was controlled by the Hornets. Paul Silas staying with Davis and Anderson in the backcourt, and Kenny Anderson has been a major contributor here tonight. Anderson, yes! 7 points, along with 3 assists for Anderson in his 17 minutes.
That combination of Anderson and Davis, it allows Anderson to take the pressure and the fatigue factor away from Baron Davis. Anderson can dribble the basketball, can get them into plays. Then you still have Davis on the floor who also could create a shot.
Nice pass to McKee. Is able to lay it home. 15 points. Hornet lead. Brian Skinner has come on for the first time for the 76ers.
See them using clock right now. They want to run this thing down, take time off the game clock.
Here's Davis for 3. McKee finding Skinner. 96-83. Hornets on their way to getting into the books with a victory in this series to cut it to a 2-1 Philadelphia lead. Game number 4 here in New Orleans on Monday night. We'll have it for you on TNT at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then Game 5 back in Philadelphia next Wednesday. Here's Snow. Rebounded by Brown. A successful first ever NBA playoff game here in the city of New Orleans. With NBA basketball back in the Big Easy after a 25-year absence.
Paul Silas Marv is worn out sitting on the table over there for New Orleans. He's had 2 days of preparation here trying to get him ready. He knew that he needed the crowd to emotionally get this team charged up. His suit is wringing wet, and his team responded. They played with a sense of urgency. They come on home and win the first one in their building, which puts them now 2-1, down 2-1 to the 76ers.
Here's Davis. Yes! Another 3 for Baron Davis. He has 28 points, 15 of the 28 in the fourth quarter. Final seconds of the game. Oh, nice hop for him. Eric Snow, 99-85. And the New Orleans Hornets walk off the court with the victory, despite the absence of the injured Jamal Mashburn. Despite the slow start by Baron Davis, who turned it up in the second half, making his return after sitting out Game 2 with that bone bruise on his knee. Davis with 28 points. And what a performance by Jerome Moiso. Moiso with 10 points, all in the fourth in his first ever playoff game. Let's go to Cheryl Miller. Cheryl?
Well, BD, if there was any question on your mobility tonight, 28 points, how'd you feel out there?
I felt great. You know, the crowd just motivated us. We came out, we played hard. You know, my knee was limiting me at times. You know, it was clicking in and out. But I just kept going. I told myself I wasn't going to give up. Just going to keep going no matter what happened.
Hey, forget about Hornets and Hornets. Talk about your fellow Bruin over here and the contribution that he made tonight.
Oh yeah, I've been telling him to stay ready. You know, he's athletic. You know, he can run and jump and shoot the basketball, and that's what we need out there. You know, he gets out, blocks some shots, and creates havoc on the defensive end, and he just played extremely well. I'm really proud of him.
Jerome, you did not play in Game 1 and Game 2. What was the focus tonight?
You know, like Billy just told you, he stayed on me the whole time. You know, he gave me confidence, and other players like Pack, David West, they stayed on my back, and you know, try to make me, you know, keep focused and stay ready for the game. So you know, coming into that, I have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose, and that was just a great moment for me tonight. You know, coming in and provide the spark.
Game 4 is Monday night. Can you duplicate this effort?
As long as I'm on the floor, yeah.
When you're on the floor. Congratulations. I'll send it back to you, Marvin. Mike.
All right, thanks, Cheryl. 10 points, 7 rebounds for Jerome Moiso. We mentioned Baron Davis with the big finish, 28 points at all. P.J. Brown, 17 points, 12 rebounds. Jamal McGlure, 18 and 9 as the Hornets destroyed the Sixers off the boards, 51-33. Not a good shooting performance for Allen Iverson. 10 out of 29 for 28 points. And we go to Game 4 here on Monday night with the 76ers now leading it 2-1. Again, the final, the Hornets 99, the Sixers 85. Coming up in a moment, Ernie Johnson with a game break presented by Southwest Airlines. So for the Czar, Mike Fratello and Cheryl Miller, this is Marv Albert saying good night from the New Orleans Arena. Thanks to our producer, Scooter Bertino, director Renardo Lowe, and our statistician, Brian Taylor. TNT, your destination for the 2003 NBA playoffs and exclusive home of the Western Conference Finals. We'll take a short break, and then it's on to Ernie.